Man, to get my phone.
All right, here we go. Hello, and welcome to Unexplained Possibilities Podcast. I'm your host, Melvin the Crimson Taurus, and boy oh boy, guess who's back? Back again. All the way from the East Coast. They just sort of wandered on over. And if you can, of course, read the title, then you already know I'm here with Rook and Mystic Salann, the two Pondering Pagans. Welcome back, guys.
Woohoo!
Hello.
How's it going?
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
So, it's been a. Oh, wow, that's funny. Okay. So, tech issues already. Your camera's not yours, but on my end, the feed went out. But it's back now. Okay.
The Gremlins.
Yep, I knew something was going to happen. Anyway, yeah, it's been a minute since you. No, it has. It's been a couple of months, yeah, since you've been on. So, how you guys doing? What's new?
It's been busy. Like my work has been where I spend like 90% of my time, and yeah, that part sucked. And I'm traveling a lot more. Although that's not as bad. Kind of like the traveling, like the being there, not the actually getting there.
Yeah. Oh gosh, I would
So-
hate to travel right now with the TSA thing, and now
Oh.
ICE
Oh
is
my
apparently doing
gosh.
stuff. Oh, good lord.
That's even worse. But yeah.
You see,
I mean, that's been 80% of my time, and then we've been doing a lot of craft stuff, which I'm sure Rook's gonna want to talk about. That's been fun.
ooh, what type of crafts are we talking about?
Oh, we've been
Uh-oh. We just oh,
started a new.
wow, my internet all of a sudden decided to drop for some
It
reason.
is the gremlin.
Oh my god.
I'm telling you.
Oh, that's so annoying. But anyway, you were saying the crafts.
Oh yeah. So work has been crazy for me too, but or as well. And I've started kind of a new apprenticeship, a magical apprenticeship, and then I was needing incense, and I kept buying these little cone incense, and they give you like 8 or 10 in a box. I was like, I'm out. I'm gonna go buy incense, and I said no. I've had the urge to make it, so we learned how to make a homemade cone incense at home. So we've been doing that. We made some. What is your pottery? Sorry, your the pottery we made with the salt.
Oh yes,
We get them to stop.
we made quick dry clay, which I didn't know was like a thing you could do
Mm-hmm.
with the flour. I think flour, salt, and water, and made like little
Hush.
what do you call them? Like candle holders and things for like we have really small chime candles that we use, like quick burn candles.
No girls.
We like to do kind of magic and things that use very small candles because then they can burn quickly and you don't have to, safety kind of thing.
Yeah, no, that makes a
Um,
lot of sense. I would be a true American though. I would go
No, that-
hardcore. I would make a 10-day burn candle or something. I want a Goliath. But that's just me. Now the cone
Sounds
things, I remember seeing them because you guys showed them off on not last Sunday, but Sunday before last, I want to say, and they looked really cool. And you incorporated not the cones, but some other thing
Just
like
a number.
the
Doesn't have a-
metal runes or whatever that was in the reading, which I thought was very cool. So doing
so
oh
the cones have been the cones are really fun to make. But that's like we can't get them right. They still don't work right.
well, that's okay.
Baby steps.
Yeah, exactly. Baby steps. The first things
Tell me if
first
this is
is you
yours.
actually
Okay.
did something,
And if not, I have a
That's
cake
Yeah.
for you.
big thing. You leaving your comfort zone and trying, which so many people fail to do, especially when it comes to the more magical things, we'll say. People are afraid to leave what they know, experiment. They're afraid to fail. And failure is how we learn. I mean, unless you're some uber super
Right?
genius, I guess.
Right. The other thing we're trying to do is I've been reading a lot about like sacred masculine and stuff from a spiritual point of view, and one of the things that is talked a lot about is Dionysus's thyrsus, which is the flowering wand. So we actually are going to use branches to make our own version of that too, which is fun.
Nice. And
We'll try it out.
Dragon's asking, are the cones not holding together or not burning correctly?
They're not burning correctly, so we either pack them too tight or too loose, one of the two, but they go out really fast. We did buy some Mako powder to try it to see if that'll help as a binding agent. So we'll see.
Says it binds and it's a fuel. So,
and you want to know how crazy I am? When you first showed them off, I said, "Oh, those look like cinnamon bugles."
They do.
They do.
And actually, cinnamon is in them.
So,
yes, we do.
I mean, I don't recommend eating them, but
well, I mean, if you just for the record, they're cinnamon, nutmeg,
cloves,
and honey.
Well, you can eat them, but
you can.
Yeah,
I won't. But yeah, when I saw it, I was like, "Oh wow, cinnamon bugles."
So say with that much nutmeg, they might make you a little high. You know, nutmeg has that thing.
That thing.
Yeah, they have psychoactive properties.
Oh.
And not just be high, you'll be on cloud freaking 9.
Yep.
Want to get high? So, but that's really cool though. I hope you guys continue that too, like to the point where you actually film a tutorial or something on how you make and do up your crafts. That would be really awesome. I would look at it.
We have been, we just haven't edited them, and it's very poor quality, but we don't care because it's what we have. So we're going to share what we did, as messy and crazy as it is.
Yeah, well, that's the fun part though, like the sharing, and even if you make a mistake, especially when you're together. One of my problems is though, like I'm not a perfectionist, but I like doing things correctly if I'm going to present it. And if something goes wrong, my temper flares. It's one of the few times my temper flares up and I'll just,
Mine doesn't. I don't do that at all. It's almost immediate. Like, and I will get very angry very fast because I'm like, all right, I followed the instructions exactly the way they said. There's no reason that thing should not have turned out the way they said it's going to turn out unless they lied. And then they lied to me, and then I'm...
See.
And I'm more of a non-measure. I'm like, give me some of this. Give me some of that. I don't got that. Let's do this. This smells good.
And it came out looking like butt. But they work.
So
and Tina is very worried about it.
Oh,
Tina's very worried about it.
Hi, Tina. Arf, 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 arf. Oh, you guys have earphones and she can't hear me. What am I doing? But yeah, so Mystic and I, we're on the same page. You get it. Rook, yes. I don't know. You're somewhere else. Yeah, you're in the Atlantic. But yeah, it would drive me crazy, like putting in all that work and following things like this. And I already have a low comprehension with certain things, so it takes me doubly as long. And it not coming out right. And then I see someone else like, well, how do they do it? What's going on here?
Oh yeah. Like somebody whose cones are perfect, even though I also put mine in the mold. And someone's perfect and mine were leaning, like it's leaning.
Yeah,
whatever.
But yours stay lit and mine don't.
Mine do stay lit and his don't.
Yeah, so evidently, okay, so I was going to make
never do it again.
I was going to make an adult joke there, but I decided against it. But I will say, so you guys have to trade secrets a little bit. If yours, Mystic, if yours comes out straight or however it's supposed to, but doesn't burn, well, learn from Rook over there. Like, what are you doing differently where yours is burning? I'm going to spy on you. And what are you doing differently where you can mold it perfectly?
It's the energy.
It's the energy.
For me.
I just decided to put mine on top of a charcoal and it was...
Oh, yeah, that works. Innovative. But yeah, that's so cool. Yeah. So I can't wait to see you guys do that whenever you edit and put it up. But
That'll be fun. I'm excited.
editing's such a pain in the rear.
Yes, it is.
Next, we have to try to make the stick incense. Want to do that? That'd be cool.
I would like to get the cone incense right first.
Oh, like me?
Oh,
yeah. Right.
We went there. So what about the pine soda? I know you were on that for a moment.
Yeah, we have not made it yet, but we also are kind of just waiting to. What are you doing? We were just waiting a little bit to do some of our other things, and work kind of got crazy, so we haven't done it yet. But it's still on the list. And sorry, Tina. And we're going to try to do it with honey instead of sugar to make it a little bit healthier.
Okay,
but I'm excited for that one. There's lots of really good recipes, and they're all very easy.
Yeah, so I'm curious to see how it comes out, and I could literally walk right outside and just boop, 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 get some pine and try it myself, but I'm cutting out the sugar, and honey's a little bit too expensive for my taste. But
yeah, I'm worried about the sugar content myself.
Yeah, so I'm going to live vicariously through you. Whenever you do it, I'm going to say, yes, I did it with you guys. Oh,
and do you still drink? Don't you like lemonade?
Lemonade.
Like strawberry lemonade?
Oh, I love strawberry lemonade, but I'm not having it right now. At the moment, I'm actually drinking carbonated water with a little bit of flavoring in it. So currently blood orange and lemon.
That sounds good.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Perrier has some really good flavors.
Yeah. So no sugars, no alternate substitute sugars. It's just is what it is. And I know some people don't like that stuff. I do. I'm weird. And
I do too.
Sorry for ignoring you guys, chat. I didn't even say hello to anyone. So I'll just give you all the good hello if I can. I haven't done it in a minute. Let's see. Unexplained Possibilities chat. Hello. There you guys go. Okay. Yeah. Oh god.
That's awesome.
Okay, so let's jump into some of the topic, and one of it is, and I'm hooked on this guy, I can't get away from him, is the Dog Man.
Ooh.
Have you guys heard of Dog Man before, or you already were knowledgeable about it?
I have never heard of Dog Man before, but once we looked it up a little bit. Well, I looked it up a little bit.
I did so as well this evening.
I'm not talking about you though.
But you.
I don't know what your answer is. Like I'm not answering for you. Ego. Put it over there in the trash.
Darn.
But so I mean, the comparisons to lots of other things I've seen is pretty neat. Like, comparing to all the werewolves and all other, not all other, but many other cryptids. The Grassman is another one. Like having their own version in that North America, centrally located. What do they call it? The upper Midwest, I guess.
Yeah, Midwest.
That was definitely new to me. Mm-hmm. But and I was just in Wisconsin like 2 weeks ago, and I'm like, I'm glad I didn't go out in the woods.
Oh.
And Dragon lives in Wisconsin. I wonder if they've seen anything reminiscent of Dog Man.
They probably don't come out in the snow.
Well, about that.
They might not like it.
They love the snow. Like that's.
Oh, really?
Oh. Yeah, Dog Man. I don't know why I know why. It's because of my friend Benny. It just captured me, and listening to people's stories, and then finding out I know two people who have had experiences. That's what got me, because normally I'm quick to write off cryptids and things like that. It's just how I am. But when it's two people I personally know and I'm close to, and they say, no, I saw this thing. Like, it ran across the road. I hit the brakes. It looked at me. And I saw the teeth, the claws, and, snarling or whatever. I will believe you. How can I not? They're not the type of person to just make something up.
I've
But
always had a hard time with cryptids, like not believing in them or not. Just it's never been a super interesting topic, only because there was so many different ones. It's kind of hard to keep up with which one is where.
yeah,
But I mean, I don't have a hard time believing it. I'm skeptical of just about everything, but there's definitely things out there that we don't know. I think.
I think there's an experience both you and I witnessed when we went on that ghost walk. Didn't intend to, and it rained. Those red eyes. Like, do you remember that?
I do, but I don't think that was cryptid. I think that was paranormal.
It was like it made me instantly sick to the stomach, and then those like red eyes through the trees. I wonder what that was.
Yeah, we were definitely down on that one. Like we were having a hard time.
yeah.
And the physical symptoms that took me by surprise, like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it said like go away or something, like not here or go away. And so then when we would go back, like the sickness would go away. But as soon as we tried again, it almost hit like freaking the most strong, nauseating feeling.
Ooh.
That was weird. You might be right though. That might have been paranormal.
Wow. And Rook, what's your opinion on the dog man? Since you did not do the full homework like Mystic here, but what's your,
accurate?
what's your thoughts on it?
So what surprised me in the programs, the videos I watched was how tall people were saying it was with pointed ears. And although I have personally seen that, the interview that I saw was a lawyer who then became a judge, like a very educated person. It's like, look, like I don't believe in this stuff. Like normally I wouldn't think, but I know what I saw, and this thing was chasing me, and I saw it. So when you have like a judge, somebody like that telling their story, I tend to believe it.
Yeah, it's a bit more credibility. You know, it's someone who is supposed to be impartial, of course, when they're in court doing their thing, and they have their mind together. It would be unusual for them to make up something radical, you know.
Yeah.
So,
that was really cool.
Divination Witch, hello. I'll give you a good one. It's been a minute. How do I do it? Divination Witch, welcome back to Unexplained Possibilities.
I love it.
I love that.
Oh, you guys try it. Go ahead and do it. Let's hear your take.
Hold on.
Divination Witch, welcome back. How are you doing?
Sounds
kind of sound like a biker.
I'm like, no, I'm saying,
like, hey girl, welcome back, yo.
That's yours. Join in on the fun.
I did. It's my version.
Hey girl,
I'm gonna hear.
That is my version.
Welcome back.
So I do not have any trouble blessing you with my voice because I know how amazing it is. However, you forget I just drank from the bottom of that cup.
Oh no, I have some gritties too.
It's not gritties. You're drinking kratom.
But they got me powdered.
When you drink kava, it makes kind of your lip and your inner mouth numb.
Oh, okay. All right. Mr. Excuse. All right.
Right?
We got it. I mean,
there will be no low tones coming out of my voice.
We're over here having fun doing it, but no, you have to be different.
Okay.
Have to be a contrarian, Mr. Rebel.
Yep, it's part of my Virgo.
We'll be right. No, I didn't do that one good.
After these messages,
I would like to. We'll be right back, like in that voice.
Right. So
I gotta practice it.
Going back to the cryptid thing for a bit. Now, what do you think? Like, let's say Dogman 100% confirmed is real. What do you think it actually is? Because there are some stories that say that it's an escaped government experiment. There are others that say that it's related to Bigfoot in some way, and it just roams around like Bigfoot. I personally think it's interdimensional, but that's me. And then there are some that go a more religious route and say it's just straight up demonic. So
I don't think, I mean, I don't subscribe to the demonic thing. I did hear on one of the videos, actually, I don't know if it was one of the two that you shared, but it was one of the videos I watched, probably about 5 or 6 of them, how a lot of people were thinking it's like a subspecies of Bigfoot. Um, I think that's probably the most likely thing. That there's some connection in the woods across pretty much all of North America and even in Europe and other places too, just like other animals, you know. So I think it's a real animal. I think it's a real thing that just has learned very well to stay away from assholes. I mean, humans.
Same thing.
Exactly. And then, like, because truth be told, if it is real, and it is explained the way we explain it, it could do what it wants with us.
Yeah.
You know, and it doesn't. And I think it just wants to be left alone and, you know, not bothered. But people who probably cross it the wrong way don't live.
Yeah. Well,
Yep.
In one of the stories that I linked, you know, it sound is it Mike Emmerich, Matt's story. He made it sound like when he was a kid, it was territorial with that one. And the lady whose name escapes me at the moment, she made it sound like almost stalkerish, but it sort of reminds me of an animal. If they like you and they get your scent, they're going to follow you. But then some of the other stories, you know, some say I sound like Jeremy Clarkson. Some say, but some were saying that it's extremely intelligent. And like you said, it wants to be left alone in its own space, but it's peaceful. And I should have linked this one. There was an interview where the guy claimed to have seen a white dog man. It was female, and it was beckoning him, like, come on over. It didn't hurt him, didn't chase after him. It was just peaceful, but he saw it up close and personal. And it's like, wow, you could take me out if you wanted. You know, again, I'm iffy on some stories. I won't believe it right away, but think they're interesting.
So if you mentioned interdimensional, and that those things do kind of cross my mind sometimes, especially if, you know, some people are more sensitive to seeing things in a different spectrum than the rest of us.
Yeah.
Like, you know, how bees see in infrared and all that. It'd be so neat to see what that looked like. I wonder if it's just certain people can see it, or do they allow themselves to be seen when they want to be seen?
It's kind of what I think. What I feel is that it's the energy, whether it's from another dimension or spirit or just pure other kind of energy. And when people feel it or sense it, they see the shape like that it is, or that they determine that it is. I think it's interesting that several people see the same kind of images, same kind of beings, but I think it does come through, and it's the energy that kind of forms, whether it's really like they're like you and me or not, or like they can sense that energy chasing them. But that's what I think.
Yeah, there's one I watched where the guy was I think you were watching too, where the guy was running through a cornfield.
Mm-hmm.
And it was matching his step all the way through the cornfield until the end.
Ooh.
And when the cornfield ended and they come out the other side, he saw it, and he ran. So he doesn't know if it chased him or not at that point. He ran. He's like, this thing's gonna kill me, and it didn't, because I'm telling you, if dog man 2 or 4 legs, if he wants to catch you, he's gonna catch you.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
It's just it will.
So, my buddy Benny, he believes that they are skinwalkers or a form of shapeshifter. And of course, that's going into some Native American lore. And he believes this because well, that's just what he believes. But his uncle had an experience in Mexico with, you're going to sound crazy, a pig man.
Oh,
And his
creepy.
Doesn't sound crazy to me.
his
creepy.
uncle, he was hunting, and he came across a pig, and he was gonna take it out, eat it, but this pig saw him, and his uncle swears on his life this thing got up on its hind legs and ran away. He was chasing after it. He couldn't believe what he was seeing. He was chasing after it, and somehow it climbed the fence and just woof, gone.
Oh.
So
I don't think I've ever had an interaction with a cryptid. The two major personal interactions I've had have both been like ghost or paranormal. But some of them might be. I definitely believe there's something else out there. I grew up, we had a lot of woods and trees and forest around us. It was very undeveloped. I know that we heard and saw things out there, but when we were young, you're not really afraid. You just go out. Now, as an adult, I'm like, I'm not going out in the middle of the woods at night. When I was a kid, I would. Stupid.
No, well, you see, that's the difference between a country boy and a city boy. Us city folks, heck no.
Yeah, I mean, we used to play like hide and seek and stuff, all those things out in the middle of like 10 acres of forest.
Oh my God.
And now as an adult, I'm like, give me like 5 flashlights and all kinds of camping lamps and I'll go. But
yeah, no, forget that. As a kid, I would say no. As an adult, I say heck no. Although saying that, like, have you guys ever been to the city where it's just completely empty at like midnight?
No.
Oh, it's creepy.
Like small town.
Oh, A city.
For sure. Huh?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, it is so creepy.
Downtown.
Have you ever heard? Have you been to Virginia?
I've been to Virginia many years ago, but I've been to Virginia.
There's a part near where I grew up in Smithfield, Virginia. Yes, the Smithfield Ham Company, and that the company where they slaughter the animals is there, but it's a very small town, and it's very near. It's actually right off of Pagan River, which is also kind of creepy. But if you live in town, it's dead at night because there's no people. Like 9 o'clock, everything's shut down. Nobody's outside. The street lights don't stay on at night. They go off at midnight.
Oh.
But the plant is 24 hours, so you can hear the screaming of the animals.
Oh my God.
It is horrendous. But it creates an atmosphere when you're in town. It's just you can't do it for very long. You have to leave. Like, it's scary.
Yeah.
I will never forget that sound.
When you go into the town, is there a little rat boy playing a banjo out of curiosity?
There's not. It is
pretty mouth.
That part of it's developed, but not very far from it. Pretty mouth place.
Oh gosh, that's all I.
And then cryptid wise, I like to always tell people, like, my mother was born in Point Pleasant. Grew up in Point Pleasant.
Really?
I think it's Point Pleasant. Is it Point Pleasant where the Mothman's from?
Point Pleasant, yes.
Yeah, right where West Virginia, and Ohio, the little tri-area, and the Silver Bridge that had the big thing where a whole bunch of people died. The Silver Bridge collapsed and all that stuff.
Indrid Cold.
She's there.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. That was her. That's where she's from. She thinks that she might have met him, or might have been somebody she went to school with.
Oh. Well, your mom.
That's
70. What, 71 now?
Oh wow. I'm going to have you speak to Indrid. She is in love with Mothman and Indrid Cold. She has a tattoo of Mothman on her. Like, wild.
Yep. I've been to Point Pleasant, where I don't remember it because I was really young when I went. I saw a family out there, and I want to go back so bad.
I would love to go to West Virginia, because is that where the gate that old asylum is that people tour? West Virginia. That's West Virginia, right? The Lugani or whatever it is.
Allegheny.
Oh,
West Virginia or Pennsylvania.
Yeah, that's the asylum or whatever it is. Yeah, that place is wild. I mean, I've only seen it on paranormal shows, but it looks wild.
Would you be one that would stay overnight in one of those places?
No, of course not.
No, he says no, absolutely not. He said, of course. I would not either.
I would, but I'd have to be in the room with people. I wouldn't do that where, like Destination Fear style, where they like separate out in 3 different areas. No, if we're all together, maybe.
I'll do it right during the daytime. I'll go visit, maybe.
You need to check out Resident Undead, and it's on YouTube. With I've spoke to quite a few people from the network. We're friends. It's on YouTube, and they do paranormal investigating. Adam, he owns 2 haunted places. One, oh gosh, one was a hospital. I mean, I did reviews on them, and I can't remember the names, but it doesn't matter.
I could look.
You guys definitely should check out Resident Undead, because they will separate, and they have a thing where he will put you in a room all dark by yourself for like 20 minutes and just speak, see what happens. And oh gosh. So you reminded me of that just now.
Nope. No.
I'll go during the day, like high noon.
I'd stay overnight and do that. But like I said, it'd have to be a group of like 4 people, and we'd have to be together.
Look, if they're spirits, they're going to want to talk to me, whether it's daytime or nighttime. Or they don't want to talk to me. They don't.
Harder to see the moon in the daytime.
It is hard to see the moon. But if you can sense them, I just have to take my chances.
Well, I mean, they're always around there. So day or night, it shouldn't matter. It's just, of course, at night, our mind starts playing tricks on us, and we turn into Scooby-Doo and Shaggy and just ready to run at anything.
That part.
Your mind's not playing tricks on you. You just scared.
Day and night.
So, okay. So,
weird.
He's like, okay.
Okay. So here's the thing if I were to be able to get you guys to go to a haunted asylum, because like I said, I could reach out to Adam, would you do it? But you have to stay. You have to stay 24 hours.
Yeah.
I'd have to do it. I would never forgive myself if I didn't do it.
I would do it. I just, like I said, I would not separate.
Nope, you have to separate.
I've seen the movies too many times.
You're gonna separate for at least an hour.
Then that's a no.
For 1 hour?
An hour. You see, now here's the thing. This is the secret. If you're going to separate and you have to be by yourself, don't walk around, find a corner, face it, and just stare at the wall in the darkness. No, you're good.
Right.
I will immediately lose my shit.
Okay.
If it was only an hour, I would do it.
Nope. Not even in the daytime.
Not even in the day. Wow.
Nope. I'm not. What's funny is, like, I'm not afraid of the dark either. Like, I don't get afraid in the dark. It doesn't bother me. I'm afraid of other people.
Yeah, that makes
sense. Can we take a gun? I'm just like, can we take our gun?
And accidentally shoot each other?
Right? I'm not even afraid to, of paranormal stuff happening or being afraid. I'm afraid of other people being in there that aren't supposed to be causing problems.
Yeah.
That's what makes me nervous.
And that happens.
Because, yeah, even if people are with you, they might play pranks on you and stuff. And I have that reaction thing where, the fight or flight thing.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes the fight happens before I'm even aware of what's going on, and I'm punching people in the face, and I just freak out. Like, I would probably go insane.
Understandable.
In a group together, yes. Somebody going with me to the bathroom. I don't care if I have to sit. You're going with me. We're not separating.
Yeah, you see,
movies, that's how you die.
And I would be the moron to try and do a little prank, but far away, like have a hidden microphone or something.
Noted.
I do something like that. That's all you need.
Oh man, nope.
I would do it. Sabrina.
Nope.
You didn't think I would say yes, did you?
I don't give a shit if you did.
I would. I'm the one that would. I would think you would. But I'm the one that would.
Well, I would if I had one of my dogs with me.
Actually, you know what? That's something that's really interesting that some paranormal investigators are doing out there, bringing their pets, their dogs, and seeing how they react, that they look somewhere. It's really interesting. It's really fascinating. Usually the dogs, they're not even afraid. They're just like, do-de-do, do-de-do. I personally...
My baby's scared.
I personally think it would be better if you brought a cat. I think they're more receptive. But then saying
Okay.
that, a cat's likely to, they have their own personalities. They're just going to go to sleep, like, up yours. Like,
Yeah.
so,
Yep.
Uh,
but
And at least these guys would alert me that somebody's coming. Cats would be like, nah, kill him. I don't like him that much.
yeah,
Take him.
like the human feeder has not been doing its job correctly. Be
Okay.
gone.
Exactly.
Oh,
So,
those
That is
cats.
too fun.
but it
Our
is
two
something
cats
to
are
think
like
about.
dogs, though. They're like sweet. Our two cats are really sweet.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
cats are sweet when they like you. And the thing is, you can't force a cat to like you. They have to come around on their own terms. And it's funny because people who usually say they're not cat people end up with the cat of the house liking them because they're giving them their space. They're not bothering
Yeah.
them. And it's like, yeah, I like that. You're not a pest. And then next thing you know, they're all over them. It's like, gosh darn it. I guess I'm a cat person
Uh-huh.
now. So,
Well,
Good point.
ours have linked up with the dogs where they will knock off our nice things so that the dogs can then eat them.
Uh-huh.
freaking
Where's
cats.
the babies?
Look at that one faced upside down. Nefertiti's probably in her cat. Stays up there.
Oh.
Cleo's probably locked outside. She won't come in.
Gotta love it. Okay, so
cute.
let's jump to the main event, the real deal Holyfield. Are we created or are we the creators? Isn't that something? Isn't that an
Ooh.
interesting thing?
Ooh.
And it's so many different ways of viewing that, like of course we have the scientific viewpoint where, we come from sludge and evolved over time or whatever. And you have the spiritual viewpoint. God or gods, whatever it is you believe in, created us in their image. And then there's some who swap it around and say, no, we are actually the creators of the gods and goddesses, and we created them in our image, but somewhere along the way, wires got mixed. And then you have the extraterrestrial petri dish creation theory. So, what are your guys' thoughts on that?
I think I don't know for sure. I think there is something that we are all tapped into that we break off to do these little experiences and things, and that we recombine with at some point. So in a way, I think we're both. We are the creators and the created. But my brain constantly goes back to the ET theory where, and I feel this in my bones when we talk about it, like we're not from here originally. I don't feel like we're from Earth and only Earth. I feel like this is maybe not even dimensionally, but dimensionally, yes. But I think we probably have ruined multiple worlds. And this is just the iteration of the one that we're in right now. And we'll go and one day, 1 year, somehow determine or decide or understand that. But I really do feel like the extraterrestrials are God, or what we think of as God, because that's how we have remembered them over time. But I think they're also us. And then like in my spiritual life, the energies that guide us are also part of that. Again, we personify to make them digestible. So in a way, I really think we're both creator and created.
I was going to say the same. I think we create ourselves. I think when you just think about it, like that we've always existed in some kind of form like this. Like I don't feel like we were an amoeba or something and then came up
I
like
think
this.
we evolved.
I think we evolved, but I think it was always something specific in our species was always similar to something like this. Whether it was, I think we came from somewhere else, probably from extraterrestrials, but I don't think we came from like a little cell. And I mean, technically, if you look when you get pregnant, it is, I know, but like just to exist, I think
When you get pregnant,
we've always been similar to this or like this. I think we made ourselves, but I think we came from I do think we came from somewhere else.
Well, I mean, think of it. Like, whenever we talk about ETs and extraterrestrials, everybody's like, "Oh, this is like science fiction from faraway worlds." I'm like, literally, it's the name of it. Outside of the Earth.
Yeah.
If this thing exists, there's no. I can't say definitely, but there's very little room in my head to think that this is the only planet and this is the only place we've been. I can't believe that.
Yeah, and I think because we're just too, maybe we're not, as connected to right now, like to the world or to our Earth and stuff. But I think we're too connected, even if we don't want to be, to other beings and people and animals to not be.
Yeah. It's funny you mention connection because evidently our ancestors were connected to something that we've forgotten. And maybe it's because of the rise in technology. Technology, it's good and it's bad at the same time. We become overly reliant on it. But then, it gives us the ability to yap like this. I mean, you guys are 3,000 miles away and here we are like, whoa.
Yep.
Like
But
looking and seeing. Yeah.
But at the same time, if we weren't able to connect like this, then what would you be doing? Would you be doing some practice, some worship, some ritual work? What would I be doing? Pondering like, oh yeah, when's the gray alien gonna come? Don't probe me. What are we, our minds, unfortunately, it goes away from the what ifs and the wonders of the universe. And our ancestors didn't quite have that issue, in my opinion, anyway. I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe Jack was over there like, yeah, I created this. Cool. It's always somebody. But it's just very interesting because there is a disconnect that I think we in modern society experience that our ancestors did not.
And it's crazy how, like, to that point, to your point, you can be doing like making incense or something, or praying or doing whatever you're doing spiritually, and feel so connected, and you're like, oh, this feels so great, but then very quickly become disconnected and get on YouTube or the phone, or make that phone call, or go on the internet or on the phone. You can just really be connected, and you can become disconnected so quick, or at least with me. I'm like, man, how did I get on this? Because I was just making incense. I was just doing this cool meditation and it felt so good. Now I'm sitting here scrolling on the phone and don't even know how I got here. Do you experience that? Like disconnect very quick? No?
No, I mean, I don't experience it, or at least I don't think of it that way. I think that is, the connection changes, but
Maybe I dissociate.
Oh,
maybe that's a disorder.
Dragon said something interesting. All the folklore says ancient people were fairly similar. It was just fae folk and such instead of aliens.
Yeah.
Now, going to that point, who's to say that the fae folk weren't the aliens, just from that point of view? Because, like, how can I put this? It's wild to think about, but imagine that there's a planet, 2,000 light years away. Crazily enough, if there is advanced intelligent life there, maybe they don't have the capability of faster than light travel, but they're able to peek in on our planet. They would be able to see, I think it would be the Roman Empire at the present taking over the world from 2,000 light years away. And if somehow they're seeing this, and we'll say they do, mind you, we're jumping into some crazy mess, I admit, but they do have the technology to open a wormhole and just zap on over, and they want to interact with people, then that technology they come with, we would think it's magic. Magic technology, in my opinion, borderline the same freaking thing. We may not fully understand it, but it's the same. And they show up and they are portraying what they were spying on, what they were seeing. and they become these gods, they become these fae, and they say, we are your creators, so you can listen, you know? Because, I mean, I tell you what, if some spaceman came out of the sky in a shiny tube and he's like, you, you know, I'm going to listen because I'm too scared
Mm-hmm.
not to.
Yeah.
Gonna
So,
be take me away from this. Can you help me get reconnected somewhere?
but swapping back around to the creator creation thing, it's interesting because we all are creators in our own way. It, and sometimes when it comes to that, people, they think very literally, like, oh, you paint, so you're creating paintings, or you make movies, so you're creating that way. But it goes beyond that. We create with our words. I'm a person who believes in speaking things into existence. I do truly believe there's something to it. Again, one of those things I don't understand, but I
Mm-hmm.
believe in it. And with that being said, again, this is far fetched. It's going out there. Is it possible that somehow in the distant past, we spoke this world, these people, we spoke it all into existence because we wanted a different life or a new experience?
Well, if you follow the Bible, that's exactly how it says that it came. And then if you connect that we did it ourselves, we were the God. That's a very interesting point. It could be,
Or you can look at hermetics. The all is mind. The mind is universal.
and all has always
It's
been
mental.
mental. I like that point. Did we create ourselves? I really do like that because, as I said,
Is anything real?
kind of feel like
Oh,
I think we were pretty similar to how we look.
yeah,
Oh,
but
you know.
then of course we can always say go the Matrix route, and we're in a simulation. We're a computer program, which, I mean, look at how AI is coming along now, and
Mm,
you know what happens if it becomes sentient?
that's a good point.
So
And to that, like we're talking about creators. One thing that popped in my mind, I love my Tesla, and like, so I think about, and this is kind of I had another example, but probably just a basic one. But this Optimus, this robot, right? Like, they're making this robot with AI, robotic, to do all these tasks. I'm like, oh, that would be so cool if I could have it do my laundry. Da, 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 da. But everything that they're creating, like, to me, it's just my opinion, it's not as good as a human, but it may be better in some ways.
It's not really thinking at this point. It's just
Right.
using information to pull together new potential possibilities.
They're trying to mimic or do that, and maybe just task. But I think God, AI is so great as far as like help and productivity and things. But oh, that's kind of creepy to get to your point. What if it did, like, just like anything, if thought is put into so much, what if it did become sentient? You think and speak things up.
you know, I like to joke around, but I'm half serious,
Creepy.
but also joking. Terminator was a spoiler and a warning for us.
Oh God.
I don't disagree.
You know,
Yeah, I don't disagree.
so you know that's all I need. Just to start hearing the Terminator thing, do 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 do
Because
do. You know.
how that's not totally like far beyond belief to think that it could become sentient. I mean, that's really, seems pretty likely.
Yeah, well, I would say right now, I don't think it'll happen in our lifetime. But
Mhm.
have you guys played Mass Effect? All right? Yeah, Mystic. I know you
I
played
have.
Mass. Yes.
Oh yes.
So I think that
Depends on what your ending is.
I think that the AI in there, I think would actually be our AI would be more like VI. I think it
Yeah.
would be controlled. I don't think we necessarily have to worry about it being super sentient or anything like that, but more of a virtual assistant that is connected to the internet that I guess given the wrong spark, it might, get the nuke codes or something. But for the time being, I think it will be more like VI.
I agree. I think when we talk about this, it just there's we're touching so much in metaphysics and theosophy and philosophy that it's one of those things that's never going to have a real answer, because the only thing that we'll ever know that it is sentient like humans is when it becomes sentient like a human.
Yeah.
Humans aren't going to know. Like we will never be able to truly say, at least in my opinion, that something is sentient or not. And then there's that conversation. I actually watched a video on this the other day, and it talks about, are dogs sentient? Are they conscious of themselves? And there's evidence that they are aware that they exist.
Are you, Bubby?
So does that mean that they're conscious? Does that mean that they're sentient? And we can't even decide on that. We can't even agree on whether that's a thing or not, right?
I think they're godlike. Love them.
Yeah, they are God backwards.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's like that's something I think about a lot when it comes to like when I talk about like my spirituality, because I'm trying to quantify it in a way that makes sense, because it never truly makes sense 100%. I guess is why you get up with faith and stuff like that. But I don't feel like even the most intelligent artificial intelligence is going to be anything more than just artificially intelligent.
Yeah.
Does that make any sense?
Makes sense.
Like there's a conscious thing and it's not just being aware of yourself. There's something else there that we have not quantified yet, that we would have to bestow upon something like that to give it that. It's almost like give it a soul.
Yeah.
Because I believe in souls.
Well,
I
now
don't know that you can grow one.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. What is a soul? What constitutes a soul?
Yep.
Is a soul just being aware of who you are and saying there's more to life than this physical meatbag body? Or is it just something beyond? What is a soul?
I think of what you said the first time. It is the unquantifiable mass of what gives us the decision making that we do. It's really weird for me to explain it in my head, because we think of a thought, and a thought is broken down into just electrical impulses, right?
Mm-hmm.
That are sending from neuron to neuron. A thought is literal physics. It's energy that's moving across neurons in your brain. That's what a thought is. And you can't create energy. It exists. It can only be transformed. So what am I transforming to initiate that thought? Where does the idea come from to initiate? So to me, a soul is like an initiatory energy. It is the conceptual energy that exists before a thought is formed in our head. And it cannot be quantified. It cannot be measured yet. And I think, I don't know, I kind of think that that's as close as I've gotten to being able to explain it for myself. It's the initiatory thing that brings all the other things into view, thoughts, because everything is a thought before it's a thing.
Everything is a thought before. Well, you're not wrong. It sounds like something from Dr. Seuss, but
I mean, that's one of the Hermetic principles.
Yeah.
That's the first Hermetic principle, right? The universe is mental, the mind is all. I'm saying it wrong. I never have been able to say it right, but the whole idea is that before anything can exist, it has to be thought. Even if it's a group thought or a universal thought, or if you think about it, it's thought somewhere and appears millions of years later, it still began as a thought somewhere, and something had to start that thought. Electricity didn't just start firing in your neuron, because that would, we can't create energy. That energy comes from somewhere. Something had to pull it out and form it into a usable something, and that something is what we don't know yet. And that, I think, is what artificial intelligence will probably never get.
Well, that goes back to creating, or the creation. Oh, good Lord. Yeah, tongue-tied. Creators or the created. What what did that to us? Like, what if we were molded out
Been
of
attacked.
clay, or someone took a rib and bopped a woman out of it, or whatever? Oh, and hello, Adius. And he has said, well, I've heard sentience is no longer referencing being self-aware, but only feeling pain. So, as that is the current use definition, yes, they are sentient. Your dogs, not computers.
We're being attacked by dogs.
Yeah. Also, hello. I think I don't know how to say your name. I'm just gonna say Shri because it's SRI, or is that an L? I think it's an I.
Hey, Shri.
413. So since I've never seen you before, you get the good hello. Shri, welcome to Unexplained Possibilities. Bring lemonade.
I don't know. I don't know. In my most recent discussions and thoughts, and just listening to,
Oh,
I
furry
talk about
rage.
a furry rage.
Furry
Rage.
Okay.
Squeaky squirrel.
Hail Santa.
You know, I pay a lot of attention to science, and I'm very interested in psychology and science and things like that. And so, one of the things that this comes up a lot is with sentience, and what does it mean to be aware, and is that the deciding factor of, is it awareness? Because there's evidence that multiple animals are aware of different things and have different awarenesses. I don't necessarily think sentience and consciousness is about being aware of yourself. I don't think it comes from inside our brain. I really don't. So I don't think it can be explained by a process of the brain. You know what I mean? It's not. It's we quantify it because it's the only thing that we can do, because we're human, and we. It's almost like you can't. People can say it all they want, but you cannot truly imagine what it would be like if you didn't exist. Like, because you only have your frame of reference to understand it. You can guess what it might look like. You can pretend and see it, but you can never know. What does it feel like if you just didn't exist? If you never existed?
Yeah. You
Because
would
we don't
have
know.
to have a wonderful life moment for that.
Yes.
So, Rook, what
So,
are your
I don't know.
thoughts?
Sorry, the dogs were
Oh, well, what?
stealing
So,
my energy.
I saw smoke come out your ears, Jess. And I was like, huh? What?
Yes, Brent?
On the sentient?
But yeah, what are your thoughts though? Like, let's hear
What are you doing?
what you think as the dogs take over.
Dude, this dog, when he wants to be pet, he bares his teeth. So he's literally at my face baring his teeth at
Oh,
To be pet.
to be pet.
And I'm so sorry, my mind was focused on the dogs. Would you repeat
Sentience
the
and
question?
consciousness. What's your thoughts?
Sentience and consciousness. Oh, we were talking about souls. And
Yeah,
we moved past
again, so
souls.
proud of you. Do you want a yellow crown or a blue one?
Neither. A peach. So
Burnt sienna.
sentience and souls. Ooh. So sentience. Oh, not sentience souls. Sentience consciousness.
Just sitting here on top of my teeth.
Half the time I wonder if I am. I know I'm conscious, but paying attention. Whoop. Well, what comes to mind to me
He's
with
sitting-
that, like
help my petite. He's sitting on.
like consciousness, is kind of think about.
I know you're getting frustrated, but you can't set the dog on top of the other one. You can't
I
breathe.
didn't do it. Oh, come here. I'm gonna hurt her. Come here.
Come here, my petite.
hold up.
Sorry.
Dog break,
All right.
people. Give us a moment. All right.
So regarding consciousness, one thing I think about is do we say like we're always like conscious? I think about a lot of times, for example, it's very basic, driving, like driving home, and before I had the self-driving. And as scary as it is, driving, walking, working, whatever, when you would lose like time, really. Be like, where the hell did I get here? Or how did I how did I get from home to here? I don't remember it. And so we're conscious, but what is that when we lose that time? That's what I think
Well,
about.
you just
Did you know
described
time-
blackout drunk, but
I mean, like, no, but you know what I do? Like, you know,
Time goes at a different speed on Earth than it does in satellites. Did you know that?
well, I didn't know, but what does that have to? I'm
What does it have to do
to
with the Christ
explain
tampons
how,
in China?
like, what I'm really like serious. I've always wondered that what causes us to kind of
I think it's
black out, but like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't realize you're going somewhere until you're there.
I mean, that's just, I don't think that's anything really to do with I almost said continents.
Well, I hope I'm continent if I'm
Conscience
doing that because
and sentience. I think that's more of perception of time. That's more of what our ability and perception of time is, because we as humans expect time to be dependable and consistent, and it's not.
yeah, but are we somewhere else like during that time?
Yeah, in your head.
But are we in our head somewhere else? Are we still here in our head? Because that would be my question. I don't know.
well, this is going places.
So I'm sorry. I know that's not what you
No, well,
intended for
no,
me
it's
to answer, but
it's interesting because it
that's
almost
what
sounds
came to my
like
mind.
not an out of body experience, but like you literally just kind of zonk out and your mind goes to a whole nother plane or place, whatever. You might go deep in thought, deep into your, we'll say, soul. And you do lose
Mhm.
track of time. You're so calm and relaxed, you might open up a different pathway for your mind to go to. And when you come back, you don't remember it. It's just, I was there and now I'm here. What happened in between?
Thank you for that.
Yes, I think all that's important, but I don't think it has anything to do with consciousness or
I recognize that I did not
sentience.
answer that question.
I recognize that you don't recognize. Can I finish what I was going to say?
Sure.
18 years, y'all. This is what it looks like. Um,
I'm getting bro talk soon, y'all.
you need it.
Oh,
You need it on your mouth so you can stop flapping. What was I going to say? I don't remember now.
Yes, you were saying that it didn't answer
Oh.
consciousness and sentience.
Yeah. So, but speaking of that on a different plane, though, different idea, instead of worrying or thinking about when you are missing time from not paying attention,
Mm-hmm.
what about when you are directly focused on something and the time passes differently? For example, like when you're meditating or you're, doing something meditative and you like you hit your 5 minutes and it's been 30.
Yeah.
That's different to me than just face cam.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I get that. Yeah, like if you're really like focused or deep.
That has
on
nothing to do with
something. But does it though? I want to look up what is. I'm going to
not
look up
conscious.
what is
consciousness.
conscious. I'm going to look it up. What does it really mean?
I'm
Because
conscious, not
I can
unconscious.
better answer
But-
the question.
Conscious.
What is conscious?
That
you,
word
you
sounds
guys
dumber
need a
every time I say it.
reality
It does.
show. This is hilarious.
What is conscious? Let's see. Let's see what it says. Not as cum scoopless. It is.
Jesus, Mary.
My glasses. Conscious. Sorry, I really want to know what
Is
that
different. Conscious and unconscious.
consciousness. Is that what we're talking about?
Mhm.
Okay.
And it's the idea that we are able and aware of ourselves in our place, in our existence. And the assumption is that dogs, animals, and other things are not, but I disagree with that.
It's the state of being aware of one's existence, sensations, thoughts, and surroundings. It is the subjective, internal experience of the world, the inner movie of perceptions and feelings. While studied heavily by neuroscientists and philosophers, there is no single universally agreed upon definition of consciousness.
I'm so glad you can read.
Oh,
I
come
feel
on.
better informed.
It makes things go so much more better.
More better.
More better.
Forgive them, they know not what they not do.
Give them, they know not what they not do, but you have to do the stare.
Do this thing. So it's very interesting though with sentiency,
We don't stay on
consciousness, and all that. And I believe animals are very much aware. I don't think they just run off of instinct, like some say. You know, you could tell when a dog is happy to see you, or a cat, and you could tell when they're scared, when they need some love, or you could tell. And so I don't understand why some would say they're not, and they're not sentient and this and that, but
Oh my gosh.
I don't get it. But that's something else for a different day. Who knows? Maybe next
They're
week
very
we'll
in
discuss
tune.
it. But
They're very connected.
So actually, you know what? Speaking of animals, do they have souls? Because I know in some Catholicism, they believe they don't. And they are just put here. So do animals have souls? And if so, who gave them said souls? Or is it us being whatever human is, whatever our higher consciousness is? We put ourselves in them. We created them. What's going on there? What's your
tried
thoughts?
to squish her to death. I think, and I don't think I have anything to doubt that
baby,
that dogs have souls, animals have souls, and I don't think they're any different than ours. I think they're all from the same energy in the same place, just a different experience. I do subscribe to, and I don't know what train of thought or vein it's in, that everything really has a soul, like animistic, basically. Everything has a soul, and I think it all comes from the same energy, and I think reincarnation is real, and I think our souls want to experience different things, and so those contracts are made and experienced in different ways. And I think that our body is, and what we do on the earth plane and here is just our soul's interpretation of this version of a body. It's just like no two brains are the same. So when the soul puts itself into two different people, which I also think is possible, the brain doesn't, it interprets things differently for that soul or that energy. Just like, dropping a Plinko chick in a different place, it sometimes will give you the same result and sometimes it will not. And that really kind of drives that whole idea. Like, I truly do believe that. The one thing that I think is constant for me, even though I can't prove it, something in my everything, my whatever it is, says that there is something else other than this version of what we do. And with these animals that are around us, there's no doubt that they have the ability to experience emotions. And I don't think you can experience a real emotion without having some sort of consciousness and sentience.
This is going to sound real dumb, but what about a sociopath?
Yes.
You think so? Okay.
I think sociopaths, psychopaths, PDFs, terrible name for a file.
PDF.
I mean, you could say, if you want to say pedophile, you could say pedophile. Like,
you never know.
It's ridiculous that, I mean, not to get into censorship and all that. Like, it's just ridiculous to me. It's just not on you guys, just in general. So
yeah, well, you never know, like what's gonna.
Do you think they have souls?
Or non-monetized? Yeah, I think
PDFs have souls.
I almost know that they have souls.
Sociopaths? Well, I can see sociopaths.
Well, sociopaths, psychopaths, those people aren't necessarily, what's the word? They're not necessarily criminals or going to hurt people.
Deviants. Are their souls scrambled? Can souls be scrambled?
I don't think souls can be scrambled. I think
or blocked.
Blocked may be a better word for it. I think so. For those situations where they're just like bad people, or people like, oh, they're just evil. I do believe they still have souls, and I believe those souls are misguided, and I believe that the body and brain that they get put into is just totally screwed up, right? Because we know organically in the brain there are differences, and psychopaths, sociopaths, pedophiles, anything you name it, a lot of it can be traced back to genetics, brain, not just genetics. That's not true, but to organic syndromes where things aren't firing properly. And I think that it's the human body is not a very good conductor, and the soul doesn't fit right sometimes
Mm.
in the body, and I think that creates a lot of negativity and bad stuff. I do think souls can be, I don't necessarily want to go with evil, but they can be so screwed up that they're unfit.
I
But
think
I still believe it's part of the real energy, the overall
Yeah,
energy.
you know,
I
that
think that they can be unfit. Yeah.
that leads me to two lines of thought. One, not being hugged enough. Weirdly enough, that's a
Yes.
thing, and that can mess you
Mm.
up. Not being hugged enough and having affection as a kid. That, oh boy, watch out for them. Actually, I
Mhm.
might be one of them, so beware.
Beware.
And the other thing
Yeah.
is the corruption of a soul, the blocking of a soul. I'm not entirely sure if I agree with that too much, because I think we are who we are, and sometimes we are just a little crazy, and even on that soul level, that could be. I saw that subtle dig.
Mhm.
It looked like you, when you were shaking your drink, it looked like you were subtly pointing to Mystic. They're just
What's
like,
that? Oh, hey.
was
I
that a
like this.
subconscious thing? Was that a Freudian
It
slip?
was.
That was subconscious.
Yeah.
Yes, I am conscious and subconsciously doing this. That's good.
Really
I
good.
mean, if you look at the playback, you'll see it.
Okay.
Oh, you know,
That
there's a
guy.
lot of things that I'm glad I'm recording in life. Most people won't believe me.
Yeah,
um,
it's
anyway,
edited.
yeah, I do think that sometimes we are who we are, and who's to say that that's not their life purpose? We need chaos.
Mhm.
You can't have order without chaos, can't have chaos without order. And someone who is chaotic, what if they're living their life's purpose? Which, I mean, this can go into karma and dharma type of thing, which I'll
Mm-hmm.
try to avoid for now. But what if that's their soul that is their soul, that is them, they are this chaotic side of energy
Mhm.
from the universe.
Yeah. I always think of like, what if the soul, um, for example, why do children die, right?
Mhm.
Of horrible diseases and accidents, things. And some people, and I don't know if I believe this yet, but I'm seeing it a little bit in some of the books I'm reading. So I don't know if I'm there yet. But some people say, the souls know that they're getting into this situation that's not going to be great. They choose to do it anyway because their soul family or their soul group that they're with needs a lesson, or it needs some balance, because karma doesn't necessarily balance in one lifetime,
Mhm.
if you believe in that. So what if, in this lifetime we're together and, everything is perfectly well, but, something happens and they need to experience something different. And I agree to go back and only be in the earth for 3 years and die as a child, so that the family can learn what it's like to have loss because they screwed somebody else over of their kid or something. There's a lot of that karmic balance thing that goes back and forth in a lot of the discussions about soul and all that stuff, which I think is very, very neat. And I don't know if I'm quite there yet to believe that, or if it's a neat idea.
Yeah,
Um,
because it makes
you
me
know,
it makes me question, who are you making this contract with that's sending you down to
Mhm.
perform this purpose?
see, I think
So,
I think it's yourself. I think it's yourself or your group, your little small group, um, of people that you're closely related to or closely involved with. I would say, like they call it your soul family.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, there's a book I want to read still, but before I even get that, there's one that I'm on the second out of three books. It's the Journey of Souls, Wisdom of Souls, and Destiny of Souls. Um, and it's case studies of past life regressions, very similar to Dolores Cannon,
Mhm.
um, where they talk about past lives. And this guy's, and I don't know if he's the common thread, which could be, but there's so many different cases. There's hundreds of cases that he's documented of different people that don't know each other, that come up with very similar experiences. Um, and a lot of what I'm saying kind of like from him, because I'm reading a lot of it and I'm trying to figure out if I believe in this or not.
Well, one thing that came to me, not like about not weak or strong, but I don't know how to word it, but like when you think about people that commit suicide, like what is that with that frequency or level of soul? Like, that like the environment is literally just too much. Do
See,
they come back to go through something else? That's what came up to me in my mind.
part of me wonders in that case of what I said earlier is like, is it where the soul has come in, made a contract and made choices
So
to do
Melvin,
things?
Uh-oh.
no,
Uh-oh.
just a pussy.
Look at that. Gracious.
That's a kitty.
That's aggression. This is the smallest one in the whole group.
Look at
Ma!
this sweet kitty. You be
Shithole.
nice to her.
Good
Look
call.
at this sweet kitty cat.
Evil.
Yeah,
Mr.
pup's not
Unexplained
having
likes
it.
kitty cats.
Don't you go after her.
He likes kitty cats.
Cute
She's
fur
so
ball.
sweet. You're gonna go to the back, Ma.
Oh my God, I don't know
Leave
what I'm
this
saying
baby
now.
alone. Nefertiti
But
and Cleo.
what was it?
We were talking about when I said the suicide, like that
Oh, yeah,
energy.
yeah.
What is that?
Sometimes I think that's you know, if let's say, and I'm just going to make it up because I don't have a good example, but if somebody in the soul world wants to make a contract and they want to experience something or need to experience something in a certain way, they'll agree to do it. But then when you start it, you don't have memory of what that choice is. So you experience it, or it's the soul goes into the body and the body's brain chemistry is screwed up, and the combination of the two cause things to not work.
I'm glad you brought that up about it literally is chemistry. Like
That's so
part of
same.
it, yeah. You be
Yeah.
nice.
She'll swat the crap out of you, my petite, and you got little bulgy eyes, lady.
Cleo's a sweet baby kitty.
Them little bug eyes. This is the mean one too.
She better
the
calm
meanest
her
out of
happy
all of
butt
them.
down. Don't.
Be careful, Cleo.
She's truly the
So it's
meanest.
very interesting. And, I think about that every now and then, like popping in and out. I've actually been told that, oh, I'll save it offline. It's a little too nuts for unexplained, but um, yeah, sorry, people in chat, you don't get that story. But I often do wonder how it works, how we come to be, why we choose this or that, if we choose it, and if we're just in a petri dish or something. I don't know if you guys are familiar with John Lear, but
That sounds familiar.
his father created the Learjet, and he was a pilot for the military, and he was good friends with Bob Lazar, so UFO alien stuff. And he had a theory, and one of his theories was that we are placed here by extraterrestrials, and the moon isn't a natural satellite. It was brought here from wherever, and it's actually some sort of factory for harvesting souls in a manner. When we pass away, our soul goes up because they have some machine or something. Like the tunnel that you see and go through is supposed to be that, where you are, I guess, judged, the weighing of the heart, we'll say, and you're asked, did you have a good life? Were you happy? Did you live your life to the best of your ability? And then if so, move on to wherever you're supposed to go. If not, if you were a jerk and just not a very good person, you get sent right back down. Like, nope. Boop. So what
I
do you
like
think?
that moon factory of souls.
That is neat.
So yeah, what's your
cool?
your thoughts on that one?
It's a little different. Like in what I'm kind of leaning towards, it's more of nobody is forced to come back too early, soul wise, and we make decisions that are best for the group and trying to see what our experiences are. So I've never heard the moon theory.
Yeah, John
It's
Lear.
neat.
Yeah, John Lear is the only person I know who's ever mentioned it, and boy, his stories are great. By the way, on YouTube, just check out John Lear from Project Camelot. It's like
Mm.
the first documentary is like 4 hours, and then the other one I think is 6 hours, where they're interviewing him, speaking to him. It's really fantastic. Even if you're not into the alien stuff, like his storytelling abilities are so good. You get sucked in and you're listening to it, and you could tell he gets happy talking about it. That was a passion. So
Mm.
I highly recommend everyone check out John Lear interviews from Project Camelot. It's so worth it. They're old,
John
but
Muir.
still good. So we are
Sweet.
going to be closing out. However, I want your opinions on something. I want your thoughts, so it can
Oh no.
feed me because I'm thirsty for them. I'm hungry. Um, if you guys could, if you could create, tongue tied again. If you could meet a creator, deity, entity, whatever we want to call them, who would you meet? What would you ask them? And why? And on the flip side, I know, long question here, so bear with me. On the flip
Mm.
side, you're transcended everything you know, you get your advancement, if we want to call it that, and now you are a creator deity. What do you create?
Mm.
Fish.
Fish.
So, and I say that tongue in cheek a little bit because in one of the case studies in, um, is it Michael Newton? I think is his name. I could be wrong on that. That wrote the book, the Journey of Souls, Destiny of Souls, Wisdom of Souls. In one of the a couple of the case studies, they talk about all of us. Every soul is a creator soul, and they have the ability to create, but they don't know it necessarily. It's something they learn over years and years. It's one of the reasons why you incarnate is because you have to learn how to do better and create better. One of the first things they teach you to create is fish. Um, I don't know why. I don't remember why anyway, but that was one of the first things. So I do kind of believe on that vein of things that we are all part. We're all creators and created because we're all part of the same energy source that creates. And I kind of like somebody explained it again, one of the books, or maybe it was on YouTube. I don't know. Of if it's a really sunny day and you're outside and you kind of look up at the sun with your eyes closed, through your eyelids, and you see like it looks to me like red and purple swarms and things are just moving and really excited. That's kind of what they say it looks like when you're looking into the mass energy source. So I kind of see that, and then it's like little bubbles of it will pop off, and soul here, soul there, and it comes out in this weird energy form. So if I had to answer the first question of who it would be that I would meet, it would probably be, I don't know, my grandmother or my dad, somebody as a soul, not as my parent or my grandparent, because I do believe that they're all creator souls, and I want to see who do I know them in the spirit world, and what are they creating? What are they doing next? Because there's a lot of people that believe I might be the kid in this one, in this version, or in this iteration, but in the next soul circle, I might be my dad's parent, and he might be the
Mm.
baby soul, or the sibling, or whatever. And that's how the soul family kind of works together.
Okay. And is it that kind of like do you want like a known deity, or can we just say
No, it's
something
whatever you
like it's
want.
a
It
I already
doesn't.
said it. You think it's wrong? Are you trying to
well,
tell
I
me
was
I'm wrong?
just trying to
Are you trying
confirm
to
the
tell me I'm wrong?
question
Yeah,
so that
He
it's
didn't say God or goddess. He said creator.
deity. Yes, I got it.
deity,
Okay.
entity, so whatever you want.
Mm. Who would okay. Hmm. Gosh, I think I would want to go like back to, if it were possible, to to when I was created, or chose, because that's what I believe, to come, into to existence, and then I would go back to this incarnation that I'm in, and I would ask myself, why did you choose to do that? Come here to be this and this incarnation. And if I could create anything. I know we're not supposed to meddle and stuff like this, but honestly, I would I would create something that anytime that something to stop people from doing harm to others, whether it's animals and themselves, where like they were literally stopped, like frozen, and were unable to murder, and I don't mean emotional harm, but I mean like physically, like cause harm, like murder, or physically, hurt somebody, rape, stuff like that. That if they were going to do that, it would just stop them. Couldn't do it, literally. That's what I would create, even though we're not supposed to meddle.
Well, I mean, you're the creator. You could do what you want. It's your rules. It's
And
your
I don't
world.
think that's wrong. I think we should not. I would love that. I would create it.
I think your God would have a lesson or two to teach you on that.
Well, they could teach me all the lessons, but wouldn't nobody be hurting nobody?
It'd be a boring world of everything being the same.
I'm talking about harm. That would not be boring if people couldn't harm things.
There's
Like
a lot of
animals.
experiences in the human mind.
Well,
that
Hey,
you-
hey, hold up. Stay out of his world he's creating, darn it.
Because I'm obviously going to be here, and it's going to suck.
You
for
can
me.
have your own world. You both create, and you have a door where you visit. There you go.
yeah.
Do it that
if
way.
I could stop people from hurting each other or animals, I would.
You're just
talk
like,
later.
no, I'm not feeling it.
Okay. Go do your own thing. You do you, boo.
And Care Bear Bard of Cards. Boy, that's a tongue twister name. It's Lear for Lear. And I
Lear.
think this is where we are going to end it. Thank you guys for coming on. Appreciate it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Do you have anything coming up you want to plug, or just, give everyone the middle finger? Your choice.
Oh, never.
Wouldn't-
You dare.
Well, we'll have a lot coming if Rook ever gets to editing.
Yeah, so we're filming a lot of content just on stuff like you mentioned with the making the incense and just out and different things. So I'm learning how to edit because that's a pain in the butt, I guess. So
It is.
some shorts and things, crafts.
Guys, have lightning outside.
About this time.
Fun times. What else? That's it.
Sunday.
That's it, really.
Sunday.
Yeah, we do.
Oh, Sunday, yeah,
We're
Sunday.
still doing the Sunday
Circle.
show.
It's fun. We're definitely. I feel like it's finally where we wanted to be. Where it's just literally an organic conversation with what people want to talk about, and that's what we've kind of always wanted. I think since we started it, when COVID started, and we couldn't get together.
Yes.
So, and I love Sunday circles. So sometimes it's hard for me to make Adia's show Apocrypha. I cannot pronounce that word. That show.
You had it. You had it.
Anyway,
Yeah.
because sometimes I just want to go to sleep, but I'm a morning person anyway.
Yeah.
So I usually am able to make your guys' Sunday circle, and I love it. Everyone is so nice, open, respectful, and just a real cool, easygoing vibe. So that's just one of the best things to wake up to and eat breakfast with. So.
Oh, well, thank you.
Try to make
that.
it easy.
I want to make that a shirt. One of the best things to wake up and eat breakfast with. We need a shirt.
Yeah, we have like 30 that you have.
I know that'd be a good shirt. Thank you.
ADHD in the flesh.
Okay, so guys, be sure to check out Pondering Pagans on YouTube. Links in the description. Instagrams are in the description. They may or may not add you. I don't know, but you can say hi anyway. And,
Yes.
do you guys have a show Sunday? This coming Sunday?
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay.
There's
so
only one Sunday that we don't have the show, and that's when we do the
Oh, yeah.
Twisted Sunday School. And I can't remember. That might be.
It
this
might be
Sunday.
this Sunday. We'll check and
So we'll double
clarify.
check.
Okay, well, question mark on Sunday show, but
I thought it was this past Sunday, but I think it's actually this Sunday. I think we were wrong
okay. So
because there's 5 Sundays.
either way, still check them out, subscribe, say hi. It's worth it. You guys will learn something, and it's awesome community and hanging out with everyone. Those links are in the description, and while there, be sure to follow Unexplained Possibilities on Facebook, Twitter, Reddit, and Instagram. Thank you all again for watching and hanging out with us. And remember, guys, there are things that go bump in the night. Go ahead and tell them hi. Bye, everybody. And we are done.